honey, I dash. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, the man. Oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. Honey, y'all dash. 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 Yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dials, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone.
All right, Coach. First opened in 1999. There's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Cleveland Browns. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. That one 28 yards on the ground. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Mike. Run 80. Mike. Check. Run.
Now on second and 13, Mayfield. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
54's Mike. Check.
From the gun, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
They go play action here on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the Eagles' 36-yard line.
Mike. Go. Regular.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
A 45-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
50 seconds. 20. Right there, 56. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Powers through it. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unison.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to. Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Marquise Goodwin, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. I love watching Goodwin play. Of course, everybody knows the story of him being an Olympian. He's a long jumper,
yes,
right?
Yes.
But you know that he has that athleticism, that big playability.
He certainly does. And not only was he an Olympian as a long jumper, married to a sprinter. How about that for speed in one family? And I love his end zone celebrations now. When he does go deep and beat someone for a touchdown, now he does the long jump as his celebration. Pretty cool deal.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Cleveland first down and 11-yard pickup. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Watch the safety creep.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's going to be caught. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. With touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. This time, the extra point up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
One set.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
Let's get it. Hey, go. Mike's 50.
Here's 2nd and 8. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
16, Eagles 7.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. They'll look to throw here. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well.
And look at this. It's a fake. And a cut to the right and some open field here. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Give him an even 20 yards there on the pickup as a fake punt fooled everybody. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 30-yard line. Looking to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13.
Watch the pass.
2nd and 13. Over the middle, it's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 19.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
I got you, boy. Watch it.
On the draw, here's Sanders. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Hey, watch the ball. 52's the mic, right? 52's the mic.
2nd and 11. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. From 19 yards away, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
We got this. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Chubb. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Big time drive. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Regular.
Mike spot 4.
Hey, alert.
On 2nd down, it's Hunt, and he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Hey.
3rd and long for Mayfield. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
Seems to me that our friend Old Momentum, I think he's definitely changed teams in this game.
It's only going to grow after that sack, and now, heck, they can get the ball back here and possibly even get the lead. This is taken at the 23. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
53 is the Mike. Watch the run. Let's go. That's baby shot. Mike, 53. Mike.
Better bring it. You better. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
Big Dan, pick it. Go. Slam.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Double up. He's coming, double up. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. It's brought in by Jeffrey. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11.
Let's go. And we got Mike, number 53.
1st down, Philadelphia.
6 guys.
to throw now on first down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Watch the screen. Pass. Go Mike 50, Mike 50.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Working out of the gun. Mayfield going up top. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
Hey, Charlie.
Let's go. 54.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He'll let this go for the end zone. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Intended for Odell Beckham. Incomplete.
Here's Jamie Gillen down as he's on to punt for Cleveland. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, so the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
We gonna work.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half. and they've had the ability to see what you've done, they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. They run the counter. Jefferson. 31 yards there and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Back to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Mike, strip the ball. Strip that ball.
And again, it's Chubb. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
I'm scared. Check 99. Check 99.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I got you.
Now Chubb running right. And some room to run now. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. On the carry, it's Chubb. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Malik Jackson, the 6'5" D tackle with a sack. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left. Roll him out, bootleg him, do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, then no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about.
As Sanders has it poked free. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Chubb. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run it again with Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
47
On the ground, it's Chubb. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
A toss play to Chubb. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. On 3rd down, here's Hunt. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good size run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called. Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Check 26, check 26. Check 9, check 9.
He's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Man, that's trash. That's trash. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. If you don't get this boy, you think
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete here. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. Got him in. It's Brown. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Hey, alert 33.
Here's Mayfield. Flushed out right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get him to fourth down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Running for it. Here's Chubb. And an alley to run. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his second touchdown of the game and fifth on the year. And once again, the Browns are back in front. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. He'll look to throw. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Now back to throw. Looking deep for his tight. Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
At the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Wide, get wide. Hurry.
They run. Chubb. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check. Watch the end.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. one of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. A give running right is Chubb. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it. Chubb. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, let's go. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Check safety, check safety. On me. 51 the mic, boy. 51.
2nd and 4. And an alley to run. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles have retaken the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use...
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A give. This is Chubb. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
At the 36-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is taken in at the 5. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. They'll give it to Chubb. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. And with 4 seconds remaining, they will call the timeout. So just enough of a cushion there to bring on the field goal unit and try to send this one to the extra session. Second and goal from the 1.
Watch the pass.
And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal.
King.
They'll try again with Chubb. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly